I did a meme, and you saw this meme already, which is Zack Snyder's Symmetry, and that was between Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, and Wonder Woman. And basically, we were looking at God versus man, all right? Where in the case of Lex Luthor in Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, he hates Superman, who's a god to him. He's a man, and he tries to get Batman to kill Superman. Okay, Batman's also a man, so you have two men, and one man is trying to get another man to kill their god. In Wonder Woman, we saw the opposite. We saw Ares, who's a god, hates mankind, and he tries to get Wonder Woman, who's a god, to destroy mankind. So the god hates man, so he tries to get another god to kill man. Okay, so that was Zack Snyder's Symmetry between BVS and Wonder Woman. It's interesting, those parallels between those two, because those two movies are basically developmental movies in which our heroes are born. Batman is born in Batman v Superman, reborn, that is. He's reborn as the Batman we know, and with extra hope in him. And Wonder Woman is born through Wonder Woman, her origin film. In the case of Man of Steel and Justice League, they have parallels between them. And again, we see Zack Snyder's Symmetry. In this case, we're dealing with God versus God. So that what we see is, in Man of Steel, Superman, who is a Kryptonian, but he's seen as a god to men, he has to face off against several Kryptonians. In fact, the entire General Zod's army, who are on Earth, so they are also like gods. So you see many gods versus one god. Now, it's interesting that that parallels what happened in Justice League. And by the way, Superman faced up with General Zod's armies twice in the movie Man of Steel, in Smallville and then finally in Metropolis. Now, when it comes to Justice League, we see a similar parallel. We see many gods facing off against one god, where the many gods are the old gods, Zeus, Ares, Artemis, and also the Green Lantern, Yaldabaoth. And then we also see the new age of heroes, where Superman and Wonder Woman face off against Steppenwolf. So he faces off against gods twice in the movie. And so I see these parallels between these two films, the beginning and the end, all right, and then the middle films, which would be BVS and Wonder Woman. Now, I didn't have it in this meme, but I thought it was very interesting as well, the pairing off with Suicide Squad, which has its own unique twist, where in this case, Suicide Squad is about bad people going up against evil people. So you have an evil god, and we have some bad people, and one of them is a god. So we have man versus God in Suicide Squad, and we have God versus God in Suicide Squad, which I find very interesting. So, but it's really the pitting of bad versus evil. Whereas in the case of Man of Steel and Justice League, it's light versus darkness, good versus evil, basically, for those two movies. And also the same thing for Batman v Superman and Wonder Woman, where it's again good versus evil, light versus darkness. But in the case of Suicide Squad, it's a little bit different, okay? And that's what makes Suicide Squad this, when you think about it and reflect on Suicide Squad, it's a very brilliant movie because it distinguishes the difference between someone who is made up their mind and they're not going back on it, and they're hell-bent on doing what they're doing, which is evil, and other people who can be swayed to do good things and actually could probably be redeemed. They probably could be redeemable at some point. So I thought that was interesting for you guys to look at. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave your comments in the comment section below. You guys have a great one.